Why, hello there, everyone. Welcome to this Survivors of Hyrule. I mean, it's a tiebreaker, something. We've got PowerToMario, SeanRhapsody, and off-screen werfjig. And for commentary, I've got Leaf and Zerubian, and I'm going to leave it to them.
Well, thank you, VXR. Leaf, we're looking at a three-way race here for Division 4 in the Survivors of Hyrule tournament. Our teammate SeanRhapsody on screen against PowerToMario. werfjig is participating, but declined restream tonight. What are we looking at here?
We are looking at casual boots.
Oh yeah, so we get to go fast all seed long, huh?
You start with the boots. The boots are a well-loved thing in this community. You start with a sword, and you start by taking out that pesky Hyrule Castle. You always wonder, when do you do this in an open seat?
Well, we're not talking open, we're talking standard here today, and we have a couple of pretty tough customers on the screen, and one off the screen that is not anything less than a wild card themselves in werfjig. But you're going to be seeing the power of PowerToMario and the routing prowess of SeanRhapsody. Sean's probably really happy to have a sword after the 2 games that he's already played. What do you think?
Probably. Man, because SeanRhapsody has had to play swordless for the last 2 games. I know PowerToMario had to play a swordless game. What did PowerToMario play in Game 2?
PowerToMario in Game 2, I believe he had Shop to Key Drop, where he beat Mike Nekapai. In that swordless game, by the way, he beat yours truly.
Yeah, and then werfjig, I don't remember what werfjig played either, but it looks like we're off. Come with me if you want to live.
Uh-oh.
You know, if we didn't have starting boots, we'd like those.
It's still good to have bombs early. It's still good to have extra bombs early.
We just have them going in.
And that's a bottle. That means we're probably going to Kakariko, just because one of the ways that you would want to route around Kakariko is if you're looking for a bottle to turn him lazy kid. That way you're not having to worry about double diving back in for potential progression. But no, it's just on hand for us here.
Sean taking that moment, pick up a magic. Nice to have if you happen to find a fire rod on your way through, because then you could just, burn the ball and chain guard down.
Yeah, fire rod. If you get powder and a hammer in Kakariko, also it's better to have magic than to not have magic.
It's true.
PowerToMario, pretty strong runner. Bit of a wild router here, so we'll have to see what he decides to do as we go through. Leaf and I are teammates with SeanRhapsody. Leaf's played a lot more with Sean than I have, but he's got some executional things that I have had to deal with in my history playing against him on the places like the ladder as well. So, 2 really tough customers on the screen here, and we have a casual boots seed to figure out.
There is not a lot to talk about in this game, so...
No, so let's talk about what exactly is at stake here. This is week 3 of the Survivors of Hyrule tournament. PowerToMario is... Let's have a gander here.
I believe with the exception of werfjig and Flippy and Tomorrow's Race, everyone's the last member standing on their team. Yeah,
PowerToMario is the last player for Team 75% Pet Aggro. Sean is our last player, Team HMO ? It's a secret to everyone. And werfjig is the second remaining player on Don't forget to check your sexy boots.
I do love the call out to that entire team set of league teams. And we're getting a nice clean 8/ here out of PTM.
Sean trying to do his best impression of it. We did get a tink off of that mace there, but we need to have this key because you kind of can't leave without the key. I mean, it could be in its vanilla location in Dark Cross, but it's not today. It's right here.
And now we get to take the princess out of the castle. But unfortunately, the guards won't let us take the princess out the front door, so we have to go through sewers.
And don't think you can get funny and use one of the side doors either.
I tried that as a kid.
So a couple steps on Sean here has PowerToMario. I like to say, you can look at your escape time as much as you want. And, 507, 508 escape in casual boots is pretty solid. It's really good. But you don't win a game by having your fastest escape time ever. You win a game by clean routing and execution all seed long.
Uh-huh.
And also, you have other nasty things happen, like you could have a medallion hunt for Myra or TR. You could have that famous ice rod hunt that everyone loves to do. One thing we won't be looking for today, thankfully, is boots. Won't be looking for boots, so if we have a boots locked desert, it's not.
You mean we'll get to last locate fast?
Supposedly. You could be like, Lunk, the boots are on your feet. Wait.
This isn't Ambrosia.
It could be. It's like the spiritual successor to Ambrosia. Instead of searching for the boots, why don't you just start with the boots?
The starting sword is a really nice comfort tool, though. A friendly key wrap for both of them. Alright, and now for the treasure trove of... Here, have we seen the map?
Let's see. The map anywhere here? Map? Map anybody? Oh, we're going to play a test here. We're going to see if these two runners happen to forget or remember that the map is actually in Sanctuary. Unless we saw it while we were talking and just forgot that it exists.
I don't remember if there was anything in Boomerang Chest. Note. It might have been the map. But we were kind of talking about teams and...
I mean, we have seen at least 2 other pieces of heart, because that was a full heart that we got out of Back of Escape. So I have to think map is right here in Sank. PTM, you failed the test, friend. Sean, you failed the test! Oh my goodness. Oh, 2 pendants. We have a pair of vanilla pendants that look like green on Eastern, red on Hera. Actually, no, blue would be on Hera. And both runners are going to go ahead and check the Bonk Rock. It's the first new check you can make in casual boots that you wouldn't be able to make otherwise. And it is a free tootly flutily today. So fast travel is not just on the floor.
We are now definitely going to Kakariko.
Yeah, there's no way you do the silly cack skip thing now. PTM's going straight into the woods here, so we'll probably see Sean check what's on Lumberjack and what's on the street pole. Tier 2 now that he got bit, but... The one thing you could probably ask for is right there, a little extra cash in the pocket. That'll allow us to pay the bottle merchant without worrying about farming a little bit in Kakariko.
You like seeing free big 20s, and that was...
Looked like a shield to me. I don't think we're going to see our runners pick that up tonight.
Yeah, it looks like a shield to me.
And PowerToMario spies some more blueberries where the mushroom would normally grow, and, well, the soil's gotten quite fertile here, I guess. And we have plenty, and we can just grab some free ones if we really want. Sean says, I don't need those either. There was a piece of heart vanilla here, so let's see what's going on in Kakariko.
Okay, let's be honest, you'd skip the bombs on Mushroom Spot, too.
Yeah, you have to, right? There's no way. You already have 6, and you can just bonk as many as you want, and you're probably going to see more. Ooh, that's a sword? That's a double-edged... Oh, well, money's not a problem, I guess. That's a double-edged sword, especially when that cape shows up.
So... I know a lot of runners just go, oh great, where's my lamp?
Yeah, there are a lot of instances where the game may just ask you to go to Aghanim for your Dark World access, or for an item on the pyramid to get your Dark World access. I've played a seed like that before, where the game says, here, climb for Hookshot to go get your Moon Pearl out of Paradox Cave.
Yeah.
Or, we just get your Moon Pearl now and your lamp in, like, Eastern Palace compass chest or something.
Why would
there's
you
a glove.
That?
Why not?
Why would you wish anything in Pendant Eastern?
I didn't wish anything. All I'm saying is it's oh there. Oh well, it's dead unless we have Moon Pearl on Pyramid now.
Or behind Pyramid, like you were saying.
Oh shush.
But, okay,
Flippers.
everything's
Okay.
in Kakariko.
Stack Kariko. I'm gonna activate our flute. Good stuff here. That hammer is nice, even though you have a sword, because it does do tempered sword damage to most enemies. Although, as Most of you who played Swordless have probably learned the hard way that hammer hitbox is not exactly fun to wield. You could say it's very unwieldy. Sean
Yeah.
probably looking at that hammer with disdain right now.
No, he has a sword. He doesn't care at this point. Throwing bombs at chickens. Lovely.
Flippers put the Zora region checks and Zora himself into play. Not that the glove didn't already put Zora in logic, but now we have the fast and easy way to go over there.
No fake flippers required.
More
And
money.
now we have
and
Zora money.
now you can afford Zora. This is a mess, is what I would say.
Yep, Sean's the hero in our hearts. Freed chicken.
I always free the chicken. Then I clip the chicken. I clip the freed chicken. What does that make me? The anti-hero? Don't do that. Be nice to the chicken.
Please don't be mean to chickens. They're dangerous.
Most dangerous enemy in the game. That is a red
We want
cane. You're going to go back and pick that up, I'm going to say. Because we are guaranteed to need that in some capacity. Yeah.
Unless you plan on hovering the entirety of Turtle Rock, which, I can say with a surety, Sean can't hover.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to either. That's painfully slow in comparison to just coming this way to pick up the cane. All it takes is like 8 free seconds. Ooh, 7 seconds. That's a fast one. And Sean's just going to blind play it. So he gets a little bit of time
He's
back.
gonna get reward for that.
And here's the pretty obvious maneuver of just fluting to 7 to do dam and eastward.
The dam is trying to help with the Zora money problem. But unfortunately for dam, A, that's not a problem anymore, and B, the dam only had 1 rupee.
I mean, just put it in your college fund. It's fine. University of Hyrule costs how much in attendance for tuition?
I don't know. They upped their prices with Ganon's invasion.
1 rupee? How about 1 arrow?
1 arrow.
Wait, my arrow. Why is it? Why is my arrow flooded?
Don't ask that.
Oh, okay, fine. I won't. Damn, I thought I was gonna get a real answer for once.
All right, mini Molten Cave, 5 items. Money, bombs, health, money, and bombos.
Yeah, bombs with an extra letter added on, and you know, bombos is not a bad catch here. Because now, if we get mitts, you're going into Ice Palace with the intent to full clear on your first trip, and you can ice break. And we are hoping to not need to go to Ice Palace this early because 4 hearts green mail is treacherous. Although it's 5 hearts
5 hearts
now.
green mail is a lot safer now.
Yeah, you won't die to
would
1
say
hug.
You have 25% more health.
Ice Rod Cave says, there's your bow. Ooh, okay.
Well, shoot.
With what, 10 arrows? Sean is deciding to flute over to 8, which is the fast and easy way to get over here. And he'll also pick up a bow. Yeah.
And we're getting a water walk, probably to visit our good friend Jim under the bridge.
Is that his full name, Jim Under the Bridge?
Jim under the bridge.
Just
and
some
he
more
just gives
money.
you a spare change.
See if Sean is thinking the same thing. He's probably going to do the same thing. That's the typical thing to do here. And you get to flute away, which is quite nice, too. Oh, we're going to look at what's on the island.
Invisible.
And it's bombs,
Just
so
bombs.
we don't need to worry about that. PTM can always look at that later, too. Where in the world is our Moon Pearl? There's the Mitts! So we got Mitts, so we got Flute, we can do King's Tomb.
Moon Pearl Kingston?
Could be. Could find the mirror if it's, could be Moon Pearl Checkerboard. Could be Moon Pearl in Desert. Could be Moon Pearl on East End Mountain.
You want a bunny revive? That's our other
There's
bow.
the other bow! What is happening here? We have 2 bows in 14 minutes.
You want a bunny revive Ice Palace?
No.
Okay.
No.
You could.
You could. That doesn't mean you should.
In fact, I'd argue you really shouldn't.
You very much shouldn't. Oh, for one, PTM would have to drink his green potion because he has no magic.
Silver arrows, but no Moon Pearl. Mitts, silvers, Master Sword. We're really just missing a Moon Pearl at this point for having the majority of our items.
I mean, depending on what we're looking at here, it could very well just be, if Swamp's a pendant, then we're looking for probably a medallion, both rods, and Moon Pearl, and potentially a mirror or book for go.
Right. Let me show me a mirror. Oh, okay.
No thanks.
So we're looking at the fact that we have access to the mountain for 1 check, and the eastern area, and a Gina.
Yeah, the meta would say go to Saha Eastern here. Oh, I would make a case for going to Eastern into Saha here.
I was going to say, I would consider it, although we might get proven wrong by PTM here. I do appreciate making these 3 quick checks before diving up a potentially unrequired pendant.
Shovel, a bottle with a B, and $50. You're going into Eastern either way. I'd rather go into Eastern with the intent to turn in green pendant with these 3 checks. Because I'm not going to bank on it just being that free.
Don't worry, we're going to not go to Eastern with PTM.
Oh, he's going to go to Agina's Cave first. Okay.
There is 300 more rupees on Desert Lodge.
Can you say a rich seed? So instead of going into Pendant, because, Pendant bad, PowerToMario going to check Agina's Cave, and this could actually swing the early game a little bit if the Moon Pearl's just here. Let's be honest, like I said, it's probably going to be something in Eastern. There's your mirror. Okay, that's actually rough for Sean. Depending on what's here. Yeah?
We have a flute, a mitt, and a Moon Pearl.
Yeah, so were we going to Checkerboard Cave? We're going to Desert? Where are we going?
No, we're going to the shovel.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I appreciate checking the shovel on the save and quit before fluting out. I
still like going to Eastern here. Even though we know of Mirror, I would prefer to go to Eastern here.
I would go to the mountain with the mirror in this situation because we have the hammer as well.
But Sean doesn't know that, so...
Sean doesn't know that. I'm saying, in PTM's position, I would be doing the mountain like now.
Well, understandable. I'm still saying Moon Pearl could just be here in Eastern.
Although I say that is not the first place I would go.
Right.
Because we have everything for Checkerboard Cave, I would run directly to Checkerboard Cave.
Well, you would listen to the memes. You don't go to Checkerboard Cave when you have the 8 checks EDM plus Hera plus 2 checks you can bunny in Super Bunny Cave. Although don't do that.
Go to Pendant Hera?
Why not? The game made Pendant Hera available. I'm at least checking the front too.
We have 3 bottles. Also, we haven't shouted them out yet. We're not alone here. We may be calling this race, but we're not alone here in the booth.
Yeah, we have the clicking buttons in the background is Arya Stark. Making sure that if we miss something, well, they can let us know what we missed. Or they can track the flute on Sean's side, because sometimes we miss stuff too. No one person is without just that slight little bit of...
Pendant Mire.
Pendant Mire. So we do need the hookshot, we do need the mirror, we do need both rods.
And I saw a red crystal swamp, and I want to say maybe skull? Which is reflected on PTM's tracker that we can see here.
How many items do we have left in Eastern?
1.
Sean is going to gamble it, which I think is fine here. I think it's perfectly okay to go get
green pendant that you're clearing this dungeon.
Yeah, you don't want to have to come back. Don't do what some players do. Ooh, no fire, so no Hera. That could change in a hurry, though, too. That was is that a map in the small key in opposite positions?
I think so.
This game is funny sometimes. Of course, but you only give it 6 checks to randomize.
Nothing on floating.
Nothing there. Spiral cave time. And Sean breaking through lamp logic to see what is here.
Fun to do in a spot.
That is the last item. You still kill the Armos Knights here while you're in Eastern Palace, because Green Pendant could come into play late game.
And honestly...
Or it could mean absolutely nothing. You never know.
Honestly, you're not against Magic Refill.
Well, that too. And Spiral Cave is yet another piece of heart. Oh, I was going to say, please be careful, PTM. And then the Millennium Oldorm said, I'm going to take your ferry. I think he actually might have intentionally tried to do that. Better in a cave than, like, in a dungeon intentionally trying to get a refill or something.
Oh, we're going for the soup bunny.
Okay. I respect it.
Also, it just connected in my head that PTS playing as Tanuki Mario, and the bunny sprite is the statue Tanuki Mario turns into.
It's fantastic, isn't it? See, that's why we call him, or he calls himself, PowerToMario. That's not why. Let's see, are we talking about that refill? Well, I mean... Okay. Let's just get a full magic before fighting Armos Knights. Okay. Moon Pearl, anybody? Moon Pearl? Paradox Cave? Bueller?
I mean, we'd like to see a Moon Pearl at some point. But I don't know. I will admit, my bias does say I'd like to not see it on PTM's side, but...
I'm expecting like Fire Rod or something here. Come on, Fire Rod. She'll be Fire Rod, so Green Pendant's it. Could also be Lanmo. That's a shield. It's not here! It's not here! Sean's gonna turn in that Green Pendant? Sorry, we may be calling a race or trying to be unbiased, but you know Sean's our teammate, right?
I apologize. We will continue to be as unbiased as we can, and that is nothing on
Green Pendant. Okay, so at this point, Sean's only logical check remaining, besides going to the mountain for next to nothing, is no GFE. werfjig opted out of Restream. He is still playing in the background. He's just not on broadcast.
All right, these two out of logic checks on Dark Death Mountain give us a whole lot of nothing. Go get the pendant info, though.
This is where I remind everybody, what's at stake here is the top 2 finishers in this race survive and play again next week. And the third player, well, they get to go home and sit on the sidelines unless their team's still in it. So for werfjig and for Sean, this is do or die for their teams. Is it werfjig? No, Werf is with Flipheel, and Flipheel is a pretty good player in his own right. But for these 2 players on stream here, it's win or go home. And it won't be just them going home. Alright, play the meme, Sean. Play the meme. He's probably going to Mountain, too.
I would.
I like going to Desert here, though.
Yeah, Desert's a good thing to play, too. But also, meme. Sean's playing the meme.
Okay. Why are you just dodging the bird that far, though? Very funny game.
If it gives you the tools for checkerboard, you should just go.
Sean's just going to Desert. I mean,
no,
he's probably realizing...
He's despawning the bird.
Just walk into just bunny into Mire Shed. That gets rid of the bird too. All right, if you've ever wanted to see Moon Pearl and checkerboard, you came to the right seed. It's classic. It's like Bow on Laser Bridge classic. It's like Kane of the Icebreaker chess classic.
Oh, I was gonna say we should have that this seed, but no, we can't because we already have it.
So Sean's going to follow up here, and we can probably... I didn't see the medallion for Meyer. I know PTM looked at Turtle Rock, and that does require bombos today. Vanilla key on the Desert Torch. Now, Desert is a crystal.
Which means we'd kind of like to see a fire source in the next check.
It's also a reason why I'm not really excited to go into it right now, because we don't have the fire to clear it.
You were just saying you like going to Desert.
Yes, I like going to Desert looking for Moon Pearl. I don't like going to Desert looking for fire. Could have lamp and checkerboard. That's true.
Lamp and
checkerboard, and that would have been great, because then you have Moon Pearl on Landmo.
Ledge, right?
Ew. Shut up. Vanilla Big Key. Thanks, game. But we already do that. Sean, what are you doing? Sean. Sean.
Sean.
This isn't
You
Key
skipped a
Sanity,
step there,
friend.
buddy.
Maybe he wanted the arrows. Maybe he really wanted the arrows.
Maybe.
And there is nothing to be doing here, so we get to leave.
Now you just come back with fire.
Sure. And you don't really have a choice, right? Bombos won't light the torches that move that wall, will they?
What if it could, though?
I'd be a little concerned, to be honest with you. PowerToMario makes our first visit into the Village Outcasts area, and directly into Vu proper instead of up to Skullwoods here.
I mean, if you're planning on hitting things like Graveyard Ledge, going south first and getting the density is okay, because you might find a fire rod down here. Also, you can go directly to Thieves Town.
Or you can go to Chest Game and then Thieves Town. Sean gets his $20 and says, nope, we're done here. Now let's see what he decides to do. We have all kinds of options, because with Bits and Hammer, you can go anywhere you'd like, and Sean has not touched the mountain yet.
It looks like he's going directly for the village.
Yeah, I like this. I like this from Sean. You can't clear the mountain. You know you can't get into TR. You know you don't need to get into Hera. You don't have fire if Hera is required for anything anyway, so why not? Play the depth instead of the density. Sometimes the aggression pays off. But I will say, this is going to be a close race if they keep chasing after each other like this. Sean has been on PTM's heels the entire way, with the exception of the mountain checks. And the one divergence play, of course, being the eastern play, which, depending on what we're looking for, Sean might need to hope that PTM doesn't... Oh, dear.
Oh, no!
PTM doesn't go to eastern
Quick
looking for, like,
Sean.
Ice Rod or something. We have all accidentally bombos or quaked at some point. Rage Quake, even, at some point.
Let me just say, the time I accidentally used Ether before the time of reduced flashing made me upset.
Oh, gosh. Probably more than just you.
I had no viewers at the time, so don't worry. Magic Powder.
That's an interesting one. And since it is a clearable crystal, Sean will follow PTM into Thieves Town. Another one of those places you're really glad that you have a sword. Because the sword blind script is a little bit easier than the hammer blind quote-unquote script.
I mean, I'd rather do it with a hammer than with the King of Samaria only.
Hey, Cane only is actually fun, okay? Especially when you're using boots, you get to kick blocks.
Yes, but also, it's even less consistent than the hammer strats.
Right, and in the basement of Thieves Town, we have this this maiden over here who's been thinking of a joke to tell us forever and ever, but she's been locked up and hasn't been able to tell anybody.
But she'll only tell you when she's under direct sunlight. Where can we find some direct sunlight inside this dark, dank dungeon?
Well, that's why you go upstairs, you just crack a hole in the ceiling. We did get a mail upgrade out of the Thieves' Town Big Chest, which makes a lot of these dives around the Dark World a little bit nicer, since most enemies on the Dark Overworld will do at least 2 hearts of damage. Most enemies in dungeons will do 1 or 2 hearts of damage, except for the Stalfos. They're more like half a heart.
Well, you know how much damage the Stalfos are going to do with this blue mail?
Half a heart.
Half a heart.
Yeah, they're one of those fixed damage enemies. Kind of like guards and snakes. Oh my.
And these fireballs.
These fireballs do 1 heart. Hugging a head does 2. But we have taken care of blind. We have our first crystal on the board here for PowerToMario.
Alright, I'm excited to see where PTM goes next, because I've heard PTM can take some crazy decision-making.
I don't know if anything you do now would be considered crazy. I mean, you have the entire world with the exception of... You skip which one?
I was going to say, maybe you skip the rest of Village of Outcasts.
I mean, obviously he's not doing that. He's going to get powder, and that's going to push him to go do Smith Chain. Or maybe not. Maybe he's going to go ahead and, yep, he's going to Brewery. I'm telling you. Yep, this is Smith Chain, because you have Mitts, you have Hammer, you have Mirror, you have Powder. There is no reason you don't do this now.
This looks a lot like Dig Game to me.
Well, you start with Dig Game, because you can't take a follower's Dig Game. So even if you take the Smith back and you grab the purple chest, Alec Baldwin here won't like you taking the purple chest to Dig Game. He'll be like, something following you I don't like, is actually, I think, what the text box says. Oh, I'm sorry, we lost track of time, Blind. Do you see the pun that he made?
Alright, that was a red rupee on Dig Game.
A free
Actually,
refund
a lot of digs for
that you didn't want, basically. Sean with his first crystal, about a minute behind PTM.
And here's that Smith chain you were talking about.
It's the next logical step of things to do. If you really want to be crazy, you would go ahead and... Oh, here's crazy! Sean is probably fluting to the mountain. Sean is going to Ice Palace!
Clearable crystals.
Let's go! This is Divergence, and that's the kind of thing we'd like to see here.
Clearable crystals.
Keep your hands in the cookie jar at all times. Bombos for Ice Palace means this is going to be an interesting Cold Stare fight.
Probably was encouraged to make this play on getting that blue mail, because that Cold Stare's a 3-hit knockout instead of a 2.
We're at 9 hearts now, so even less than 3 hits.
I can't count.
I mean, it would have been 2. Here's what the Magic Bat has in store for us. He has... That would be
heart.
PTM's 9th heart. There's a heart that he... Did he skip? He got the heart in Brewery, right? Oh, Sean's got a heart from Eastern. Eastern Big Chest, yeah.
I was about to call it a vanilla map, and I was like, wait, that's not the vanilla map location.
No, that would be the compass, because Ice Palace is one of the first dungeons in the Dark World that flip the map at compass locations.
And yeah, I always like flipping the switch if you don't get any of the keys in that first check.
Because usually you get the map first. But nope, you get your compass first in Ice. I believe that's the same in Turtle Rock. I don't think, through a typical playthrough, you can even figure out which one is which in Mire. Alright, so here come that typical series of checks following the Smith chain here. And ice has been
Sean's through
broken.
the icebreaker for
It
a
is vanilla.
key.
Depending where the keys are, that could tell us that the hookshot is not here. And hookshot's one of those things you're looking for on this seed, because you need to clear Swamp Palace to get to Ganon. Map, big key, compass.
Well, what's funny is that's not the vanilla compass chest.
No.
That's the map chest.
So the map and the compass traded roles. There's the ice rod. No ice rod hunt today. No small keys, so you're going to have to go around the long way here, Sean. That's 10 arrows. Nothing on the smith chain for PowerToMario.
Hey, Ruve.
Yes, friend.
We're a fire rod and a hookshot from Go Mode.
Yes, we are. And PowerToMario is going to Hype Cave.
And Sean remembered that he doesn't have a hookshot.
And that's our first key. So that's a key-locked key? That's not a key-locked. This is a hookshot-locked dungeon, isn't it?
Yeah. Dungeon hook locked.
Mm-hmm. There's your mushroom. There's some more bombs. There are no other
Sean's
key
gambling.
items. Oh, Sean is saying, I
50-50
believe
time.
in the key being if there's a key in yeah, it's firm hookshot lock now, but it could also be Samaria lock if there's a key on Cold Stair, but I don't think there is. I think this is a good read by Sean. Let's see what happens.
I actually think the opposite here, because with the early Samaria, it makes me think that we are Samaria locked. Really good fight so far, though.
Oh yeah, he's making this look easy. My goodness, 1 down already. Snubbing the blue boomerang is PowerToMario. 2 down. And that is a Cold Stair in the books for SeanRhapsody. Oh, we are Samaria locked. He leaves a check in Iced Tea, and I don't think we're going back for that anytime soon. What do you think?
You do not go back for that.
No, you die on that hill. Sean is not getting whatever's in
Let's
Iced Tea.
And
Oh, I think PowerToMario is chasing him in, and he's going to blind check the island and get, I think it was more money.
3 bombs, I believe.
3 bombs. Well, he's going to bonk. No, he picked him up. Yep. Sean going over to Pod now. I like this.
Clearable dungeons.
Yeah, this
Sean
is an ABCD route.
Leaf and clearable crystals.
That is a way you can play this game, and I like disregarding the fire logic in Pod too. We don't want to see, if PowerToMario decides to go to Iced Tea, for SeanRhapsody, we don't want to see the Fire Rod or the Hook Shot in Iced Tea. Unless you're rooting for PowerToMario or werfjig, then you want to see that.
I mean, honestly, I don't think anyone's directly rooting for werfjig here in the chat as much, because werfjig's playing on his own, without being on Restream.
But that's a choice you can make, especially if you want. Especially if you want to speak in a native tongue to your own audience. I've seen some players insist that they don't want to be on an English interview because their English is not as fluent as their native tongue, and that is a valid reason. You don't want to stumble through an interview or something.
I'm not saying anything bad about it. No, I think people are more interested in these 2 runners because they're the ones they can see.
True.
Right, small key in the shooter room, so we just walk in through this front door.
There's nothing that says you can't watch all 3 anyway, but yeah, this has been a captivating run through so far by both players here. Sean has done Eastern, whereas PowerToMario has not. PowerToMario has been up on the mountain where Sean is not. And Sean dove to Ice Palace instead of doing Smith Chain, and Smith Chain gave us nothing today. So if Sean never goes to Smith Chain, then no harm, no foul. A little bit of time that he makes up.
He might be feeling a little behind from finding nothing in the Eastern dive, too.
I think PowerToMario probably feels a little behind from finding nothing on the Smith Chain.
Or anything else along the way.
That's true. And key for a key here, the big key chest. Palace of Darkness will always guarantee at least 4 keys in the front 6 checks, because otherwise you can't open all the doors.
Because the game assumes you're going to use your keys in the absolute stupidest possible ways you can.
Not the worst possible way, the dumbest possible way. Although they're not
now,
mutually.
I will be mad if the next 2 items are also small keys.
because that would make 6 key front, and that's the kind of thing that makes you just want to bitch at the game. I would like to not have to think about checking every single chest game. That would be nice.
Don't
Matt,
worry, it's a vanilla
watch
map.
us be the compass, right? Screw you, game.
Would you like to borrow my witch's hat? It was obvious too.
Does mean we are firm fire locked from getting anything else in here unless there's an item in the turtle chest. That's the compass chest back there that would have something for us.
Don't worry, it has the lamp to put the rest of it in logic.
Let's see how PowerToMario's Cold Stare fight goes, because he's got the exact same loadout that Sean did.
PTM also skipped.
I
PTM
didn't
also
see him
skipped
go.
the iced tea.
Oh boy.
Alright, if you're a fan of either of these runners, you don't want anything there. If you're a fan of absolute hilarity on Restream, you want something there.
It's probably just the boots there. Leaf!
Can I have my witch's hat back?
Yeah, it looks nicer on you than it does on me. Might have horn holes poking through it, though. Are you serious right now? Piss off, game. And there's both keys in the... Okay. Well, we have an item in the big key chest, I believe, is the... Not the big key. Harmless Hellway is the big key. I would have to imagine since all 6 keys have become available here. Nope, it's in Dark Maze.
Why is the lamp there, by the way?
Because you willed it into existence, obviously. Hey, you know what that lamp does for us?
Lets us clear Desert Palace, lets us clear Pendantera, depending on the medallion, lets us clear Meyer, and put Pedestal in logic to get a hookshot there.
Well, the problem here is we do know the medallion for Meyer, that is Quake, and we don't have the Quake medallion, which is why it's probably right here. No, that's the big key. We knew that had to be... It's probably right here in this big chest, right? PowerToMario going back to Village of Outcasts. I would imagine this has to be the North Dark World play and into Skull Woods. Oh, that's a nice thing to have here, especially since a lot of your tougher bosses outside of Cold Stare are still coming up.
We've got a front of Skull Woods dive. Fireless Skull Woods, let's go.
Yep, we now have wholesale divergence here. PowerToMario is going to give us the Skull Woods checks. If Fire Rod's here, I'm just going to have a conniption. Sean is going to go straight to what would have been an out-of-logic Helmasaur, but now it's just available. Oof, that little quick swap there. If you miss a block and you're swapping through items and you accidentally hit Y on the wrong, you're going right back to the front door, and that's no bueno.
Not fast.
No.
It's not the slowest thing you could do, but...
Right, we have a red boomerang. Game's like, you're going to take a boomerang and you're going to like it, to PowerToMario. And the second item is not here.
Alright, so we have effectively a 50-50 that we're leaving, because we could have an item, but if there's not an... It either is an item or one of the keys being in the middle, and you don't really want to make gambles on the middle when the boss is in play, because the boss cannot have a key.
Righto, I think this is going to be PowerToMario's gander at the Lumberjack Ledge, just because you don't not look at this while you're in the area. If you don't look at it now, you could lose by it. So you just cut your losses by making sure that this isn't your go mode Fire Rod or something.
Spoken like someone who has lost a race to it.
My first ever race on the Link to the Past randomizer ladder was against a very tough opponent by the name of... Oh god, who was it? No. He was in the Challenge Cup a couple years ago, and he was kind of... You wouldn't expect to see a player like this in Challenge Cup. He's really, really, really good at the game.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Zero Rush.
Yeah, Zero Rush. I had the Zero part, but I kept wanting to say Zero Nix. I'm like, it's not Nick. I know it's not Nick. My first ladder seed was an open seed where I left Hookshot on the Lumberjack Ledge for like over an hour both times. I replayed the seed years later and made the same mistake. So PTM's defending against that. Sean has a Helmasaur King done and over with and is leaving because he has nothing else to do in the eastern area. And is going directly to Hype Cave now. This could be Hype Pyramid Catfish. It could be Hype into front of Hookless Swamp.
Oh, the swamp sounds unfun.
I mean, Swamp is my favorite dungeon. I'd probably dive it here if I was in his shoes. We are going to see Catfish from PowerToMario coming from the north side of Dark World.
Catfish is one of those checks that's really hard to route in otherwise. Like, really hard to route in.
Yeah, he's not exactly accessible through a lot of ways. You can only really run to him from that spot of the world, necessarily. Like, there's no easy whirlpool to get up here.
Get up here pretty quick, because that is a mushroom in Hype Cave. So you could see...
Well, he wouldn't get anything for it.
Past the pyramid.
PowerToMario pulling that flute out. He's going somewhere else completely now. Sean is going to...
Turn in mushroom.
Just flute and turn in mushroom? Okay.
And PTM's going to go follow that that pod play now. Might do Eastern in the same breath.
Might, because we're still looking for a fire rod, and when you get the lamp, that's going to put Eastern and Green Pendant on play. So if you're looking for efficiency and you don't want to leave it unturned, that'd probably be the thing to do right now. Although we know from the commentary standpoint, it's not the answer. Right, so Sean is probably doing.
Sean?
It's either going to go west into Reverse Smith Chain, or it's Pyramid to Catfish. It has to be west, I think.
It's west. West makes sense.
Because he also hasn't done Skullwood's Front yet. He hasn't done North Dark World yet. So this is unfortunately it's time given back by SeanRhapsody, although he still has that sword advantage, and we still have a check in Skullwoods that PowerToMario decided I'm not interested in. Let's see if Sean decides to do Smith Chain.
It is statistically more likely to be a dungeon item in that situation. Statistically.
Yeah, Reverse Smith Chain, I can understand being a thing to do here.
I mean, if you put it off from the Village of Outcast side, you have to do it in reverse to be more efficient. Although I could actually see an argument for not doing Purple Chest coming from the south.
Yeah, I can see that being like a trendy little last location-y bit here. For Sean, though, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen the mountain now. Because there's a ton open on the mountain, and I get the rationale of not wanting to double dip TR. Because you don't have Fire Rod yet. You don't have Hookshot yet. You don't really necessarily want to go into Hera. You got Spike Cave. You've got all of East Death Mountain. You can make a Bonk Check and Hookshot Cave. For all you know, your Fire Rod's just in TR. For all you know, TR says Ether. You never know. Fire Rod and Mimic Cave. Get out of here. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. PowerToMario is going to find his funny joke in the front of Pod.
We won't have Fire Rod on Mimic Cave.
Leaf, we have Fire Rod on Mimic Cave at home.
We won't have Fire Rod on Mimic Cave. It'll be on Laser Bridge. Ugh. That takes even more keys.
Oh. Trying to set up for the pod clip here. A little extended auto stairs action. Hard Hat Beetles weren't playing nice the first time.
Unfortunately, not getting the turn to go up kind of gave it the Hard Hats time to get to.
Yep. And
it is
Hard
cool.
Hats
I just forget it exists.
Little extended auto stairs. It just sounds fun off the tongue. There's the lamp. Lamp is actually kind of funny here. And not in a good way, though.
I mean, it's only funny because I called it out a minute in advance.
Well, it's lamp in a dungeon that requires lamp to complete, which is just kind of gross.
I'm trying to think what major checks we have left other than the Smith Chain, or other than the mountain for Sean.
Best lamp placement is Crystal
GFE is
Roller.
absolutely
You're not
correct,
wrong. That is the best place. It's either that or it's like in Mire, behind the Fire Rod. It's like Compass Chest Mire. PowerToMario taking a little bit of extra hurt here in the Pod Dark Maze. You have to be maybe slightly careful. Sean did do purple chest, by the way, in which we know is nothing. And here's the mountain. So here's the thing for Sean is he can decide to go to Hera. He can just put it off entirely. And he's going to see that it's a small key in front, so he's probably not going up Tower of Hera. Because, who wants to wait for Tile Room in the basement?
I think at the very least Sean will do East Death Mountain first to look for the hookshot.
Yeah, you look for hookshot. You're probably looking for...
I mean, you're looking for hookshot and fire rod.
If you find the hookshot, you go to swamp. If you find the fire rod, you go to TR, because Sean will realize you could go into TR here.
And welcome on in, Raiders from Zelda Speedruns 2. I believe they were having a Wind Waker race, and now they've come over to watch us play a Link to the Past.
Yes, welcome in one and all, Zeruvian with Leaf on commentary, Arya Stark following with tracking. This is a three-way race of which we see two of the players today. SeanRhapsody and PowerToMario, the remaining players of their teams in the Survivors of Hyrule Week 3. werfjig in the background also playing, decided not to be on restream, which is perfectly acceptable. Sean is going to open TR.
I mean, he doesn't know what the medallion is, but we know that he's going to open TR.
Yeah, this is... I feel like you might have a look at TR. You're going to get the bonk shot check.
Know how
you're going to get
knocked out.
Yeah, and you're going to get the bonk shot check. You're going to get Super Bunny. You're going to get Paradox. And at the very least, you can either go into Hera or leave via Spike Cave. But I think you have to at this point with so few checks left. You have to look at TR.
He is going to do the checks over here for a fire rod first.
So you still have...
Maybe a fire rod and bonk shot.
Good. You never know. Could be the hook shot and bonk shot. Why not?
I mean, it's also worth knowing he went directly over here to the portal. He also has to mirror and get the checks in Light Death Mountain. There's a lot of density here that could be his hook shot in his mind, his fire rod in his mind before he goes in TR.
Yeah, you still do this first. This could be the one thing that PTM could not do as a bunny.
Make and break difference here.
It is the Blue King. And PowerToMario is in Eastern, yeah.
Like I said, I kind of expected it where PTM was here and still had two things to look for.
Ooh, Sean's deciding to do it this way. I get it, and I think this is a call to think, I'm not going down Spiral Cave.
Or I'm not going to Spike Cave.
Or I'm not going to TR. You don't go here and then go to Spiral Cave or Spike Cave if you're not going to TR. You get to pick between one or the other. I would imagine at this point of the race, you'd probably pick Spike Cave. It's so hard to really make... I mean, there's no clean way to route this if you don't just go down and up. You know what I mean?
From a logical standpoint, these checks are earlier in the spheres than everything else he's been doing.
Yeah, he's going to get all the nothing that PTM got like 30 minutes ago, actually. Because PowerToMario did this before we discovered the checkerboard Moon Pearl that we had today.
Yeah, checkerboard Moon Pearl. Love it.
Checkerboard Moon Pearl. Instant classic. Yeah, I don't get this, but okay.
I only don't get this if this is the last... If you then go back up.
I don't think you do this and then go back up. I think you do this first, go back up, and then decide where you're going from there.
If you're going to save and quit from here, that's fine, I guess.
No. I don't think you can do this as your last check. But I don't think you can do this second either. I think you have to do it first. Well, that Dead Rock just created a head-on collision. What a jerk.
Dead Rocks are the best enemy in this game.
No, I thought the best enemy in this game was the Beamos. Have you hugged your Lionel today?
No. All right. Are we going to TR? Are we going to Spike Cave?
We're going to Spike Cave.
We're going to Spike Cave.
Sean does not believe in TR right now, and you can't blame him. You don't want to go into TR and time sync on not having the fire rod. Now, we're going to Hera. Okay, this is spicy, because you can actually make a call for going up Hera because you have so few checks left. It's probably just in the front of Swamp, though. Let's be completely real. Oh. We Quake in front of Swamp for Hookshot and Mire to get Fire Rod at a Hookshot Cave.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. Maybe because it sounds gross? Sean is going for it. Okay, we're going to see a Vanilla Big Key in Hera.
We're also going to see 22 tiles.
Flung at us at the same velocity from different angles and different points of distance.
So, Ruby, while PTM is covering tracks, and Sean has decided to take a minute to enjoy a nice cup of coffee, we should probably shout out these two runners again.
Yeah, on the left side you have PowerToMario, representing Team 75% Pet Aggro as their remaining player in Survivors of Hyrule as we pass through Week 3 here. He has defeated yours truly in Swordless, and I believe Mike Nekapai in what we're affectionately calling Shop to Key Drop, a mode that the administrators of this tournament and a few other people put together just for funsies. Little cross keys, key drop, etc., action. Then you have on our right my teammate and yours, Leaf, SeanRhapsody. Sean's had nothing but Swordless to play through this tournament and nothing but tough customers. Last week he beat Tam.
And Jocelyn Sauce in Week 1. And we're going to be seeing a pyramid play from... We are going to get the 55-minute pyramid play from PowerToMario.
And this is, I think, the only time PTM can make this check because he's done Catfish already. 5, 6 are blocked by the items we're looking for. And if this is anything at all, then it's probably good that he's doing this now. Sean gets the bomb jump, gets a compass out of the Hera big chest. And we have nothing doing so far in Hera but an item waiting on Moldorm, and that's a vanilla piece of heart on the pyramid.
So... we have an item on Moldorm. We have up to 4 items in Hookless Swamp. We have no items in Desert. We can't get into Mire.
Yet.
We have up to occasional items. That's the wrong medallion.
It does nothing for us, that medallion. Oh, but
our next play is Turtle Rock.
Yeah, Turtle Rock right now is potentially 2 checks, potentially more, or the front of Swamp.
PTM might be doing the... I need to think for a minute on what to do next. Let me do this dungeon I have to clear.
And Sean is going to dodge Turtle Rock and check... We've already... Oh, he has... What are we doing? We're rescuing the old man?
He didn't save the old man.
Oh, why don't you just flute, Sean? You've got a flute, man. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. You have more things pressing, but...
We also have the worst possible location to find something. To find a fire rod.
Swamp.
Actually, it could be a hook shot. It could be a hook shot in Ice Palace still.
Could be a hook in Ice Palace. Could be hook in the big key chest of Skull Woods. Could be fire rod in either spot. Could be a Quake medallion leading us to go into Mire to find either in the 2 items there.
Beautiful silver shots from PTN.
Could be a book, for all we know, to find something on a tablet. Sean going back up the mountain. I have to assume this is for Spike Cave at this point.
This has to be Spike Cave.
Yeah, because you've already committed to not going to TR by not going to TR. And you've cleared a pendant Hera that may or may not be important in just a little bit, so this is Spike Cave. PowerToMario coming back to the Dark World, and he forgot the medallion to enter. He never checked it.
He never checked it.
Okay. We had it marked on his tracker. So the tracker, Arya Stark, by the way, thank you for keeping tabs on all that for us tonight, had a gander at it, and we didn't. Or PowerToMario didn't. Hey, what are you thinking about? Oh, I should find my Moon Pearl in Checkerboard Cave.
Well, PTM was dancing with the bird the entire way.
And it's not Spike Cave. Oh, does Sean go to the front of Swamp here? Because he doesn't really have much left.
Front of Swamp. He has Skull and Graveyard Ledge.
We're going back up the mountain?
He's doing TR.
No, you don't know. No. You can't do this now. You can't go and do everything but TR and then decide on a whim I'm going to TR.
I think this was a desperation hunt for Fire Rod.
At some point you bite the bullet, right? Because neither of these runners are interested in going to either the middle of Skullwoods or the front of Swamp looking for anything.
I mean, Sean's not interested in the front at all in the front of Skullwoods.
No, Sean hasn't touched Skullwoods, and he's got the no Fire Rod, no Skullwoods mantra going on. And PowerToMario only showed us one item. It was the red boomerang in Pot Prison. Oh, and this dead rock, I swear. So we're going to see in just a moment, is there anything in Turtle Rock worth its name in salt?
Are we going to find a small key in the first check? That's the first question. For this to be anything useful on this dive, this has to be a small key, a fire rod, or a hook shot.
Or a book.
Or
a Quake medallion. A book is useful. Book brings you 2 checks. And it lets you read Pedestal to see if you're looking for Quake or not. And it's a key! Oh, it begins.
Let the adventure continue.
It begins to continue.
If Fire Rod's in Mimic Cave, I swear.
I will be so angry.
I made that joke an hour ago, didn't I?
Seeing as the seed started an hour ago, I'm going to say no.
Fair enough. Happy 1 hour.
Anything! It's a key! Oh no!
We're going further.
We're going to Mimic Cave.
We must go deeper.
We leave at Mimic Cave. No matter what, this route ends on Mimic Cave now. Unless we get the big key and the big chest, or Crystal Roller has a small key. Oh my god.
Was that poke or a spin?
That was a spin.
Okay.
He spanned to Anne.
It just looked like Moldorm went into it right as it started to spin, so I was
Mario's like, that's the wrong coin! Alright. Moment of truth. Is this a small key, the big key, or anything?
Can we continue in this dungeon?
It's vanilla! It's the big key!
We can continue!
You're going
to the big chest and Crystal Roller.
And here comes Spike Cave for PowerToMario, and he's going to pick up his 20 rupees and be like, well, shoot! Now this is where this is the beginning of figuring out what is the answer on this seed. Is it dive to TR looking for your progression, or is it dive to Swamp Palace without the hookshot looking for your progression? Or is it skip one of those 2 checks and get burned hard for it? Let's find out.
Or is the answer just in Iced Tea?
Iced Tea or Skullwoods Middle is the 2 checks that PTM skipped, and PTM's going to Swamp.
Alright. Don't you love coming down to our communal last locations?
We have a last location that neither of these players are thinking about right now in Iced Tea.
You know, I mean, I think any runner who skips that will last locate that.
Yeah, probably. And it's our 4th sword in Mimic Cave, so it's nice to have, although it's not necessarily a requirement to collect. Now we can still get a small key to go to Laser Bridge.
We have 2 checks left that we can get the small key on. Here in the big chest, where there's going to be a fire rod instead.
No, it's going to be a dungeon item. Oh, it's just a piece of heart. So this is where the bus stops, if there's no small key in this Crystal Roller room. But it could just be the hookshot. It could just be the fire rod.
Hookshot and Crystal Roller would be absolutely detrimental to
that would
PTM
be
right now.
Abysmal. Fire rod would be great for PTM right now, though, in that case. Is it a key? It is a key!
We're going to Fire Rodless Laser Bridge.
Oh,
the worst part is if there's a fire rod here, but no small key.
We've already had one meme on this seed with the checkerboard cave moon pearl, We have the big key in the map chest of Swamp Palace that gives us the potential for a vanilla hookshot. Oh man, this one is just... All of the rando jokes have convened in one convenient package for us here, Leaf.
It's great, isn't it?
The only thing we can't have?
Commentary booth.
No bow on Laser Bridge today. We had silvers at 14 minutes. Just be the
So
fourth key here. Fire Rod and fourth key here, right? Careful there, buddy. That's a piece of heart. Swag. There. Oh my god, all 4 keys are just open. Is this anything at all? No, it's not. The answer's not here.
So we're about to find our answer in... It's a
vanilla hookshot!
Right, Sean, do you do front of Skullwoods or hookless? What you're doing front of Skullwoods?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I hate this for SeanRhapsody.
I do too. This is not good. We just got nothing out of that TR play.
PowerToMario, you need to grab a key first, friend. Now Fire Rod's just in Skullwoods, and it's going to feel double bad for Sean, but also bad for PTM. Because when do you go back for middle of Skullwoods?
Before Iced Tea.
Chat asking, if PowerToMario doesn't find the Fire Rod, does he go back in for Left Side Swamp or go to Turtle Rock? I mean, at this point, diving TR with the hookshot for Hookshot Cave, we've already done Hera. I feel like you have to do LSS here. Especially since you now know it is 2 items.
You actually don't have a lot more open to you unless you get Quake here.
Yeah, Quake on Argus might make me think twice of it, but you can't afford to leave 2 items here, right?
Alright, let's ask a question. Is this a Fire Rod?
I hesitate to say no. It's probably something that's bringing Sean away from looking for it in Swamp.
Quake would be absolutely disastrous right now.
Unless it blocks the Fire Rod. It's vanilla. Oh my god, don't do this game!
Don't do this game!
That was a really clean silver kill there. Like, point blank. Perfect timing. Okay. That's the second item, though, so... Oh, that hook shot
He has to go north right now.
Yeah, he hasn't done Bumper or Graveyard Ledge.
Left side swamp skip. This is a play for Hookshot Cave.
Understandable. You're chasing your last known progression into the area in which it's most likely to pay out. Outside of it, of course, being required. I mean, for clearing that crystal, you got the item to clear the crystal in. Just tap the A button and slash them down, buddy. Alright, Sean, into Graveyard Ledge to grab, I believe it was 3 bombs here. It was something not memorable here. See?
Obviously it was memorable. It was 3 bombs. And you remembered
it. It was memorable as being immemorable trash.
Okay, where are we going now? What if you're Sean, when do you dive that front skull? Or front swamp? I mean, soon, because you're actually... I hope you do front swamp before going back to Ice Tea.
I think probably, and this PowerToMario is going to open up TR here, and if it's Fire Rod here, he's in go mode. I told you front of swamp was the answer. I hate being right, dude. Sean's going to walk this out because he hasn't been to Pyramid yet.
I mean, it's his last location before Ice Tea or Front of the Swamp.
Here's that hookshot cave. So we know this is the Cane of Burna.
Yeah.
3 more checks in here.
Piece of
One of
heart.
these could be Quake. That's Quake. Are you serious? It's a heart container, and this is not the Fire Rod. Okay, once again. Oh, is this Fire Rod on pedestal? No, and he's going into CR.
Logic.
It is in logic with that Quake medallion. Fire Rod can be on pedestal. PowerToMario going to give this time back to SeanRhapsody by going through and finding the same exact things that Sean just found.
This key layout is absolutely troll-tastic.
Oh, yeah. Now, this is actually bad for Sean because he has to go back up for Quake unless it's left side swamp. Because you have to believe... Oh, he's going for Ice Tea!
He's going for Ice Tea!
He has to! He feels like he has to. He doesn't want to die by the Fire Rod or the hookshot if it's just an Ice Tea.
I think he's doing this before Hookless Swamp because he knows that this can be a hookshot.
Right. This could also
Ice
be
Tea
nothing.
Can, in his mind, be a hookshot. Because logically nothing's stopping it.
There's another thing I think about here. Rule of Fire.
It's a popular meme.
I mean, it's truth. I mean, Fire Rod, Bombos, and Lamps always seem to lock each other in some way, unless they're all in the same room.
I've had them all in the same room.
I know, if there's a ancient clip of all 3 shields in non-progression order, because this is well before progressive items was a thing. Still alive on a speed gaming channel somewhere.
I mean,
blow dust off that one.
Honest, I've had a seed where all 4 of my fire sources were in the well in a no logic seed, because that's where you have 2 fire rods.
So where you go, gee, Bill, how come the seed lets you have 2 fire rods?
Every fire source was in the well in that seed.
PTM getting his vanilla big key in Eternal Rock, and well, I mean, the only thing here that could actually be good for Sean is the fire rod, or something leading to the fire rod.
You mean he needs a fire rod or a book for this to be a good thing?
Yes, and I'm not expecting either of those to be.
I'm expecting both fire rod and left side.
I don't know why you don't just go drop down into. Okay. This just seems like the longer way, that's all. I could be wrong. I don't time these things out.
I do actually think it's longer because there's more screen transitions.
You're also going through extra rooms. But chat seems to agree that this is longer, so...
This could also be take the longer path to think, did I skip anything?
Don't be the fire rod, don't be the fire rod, it's a heart. Okay, so...
Sean has to go to Swamp now.
Yeah, Sean is last locating Swamp Palace right now.
Can you blame him?
Sean is also still a desert clear behind PowerToMario. And PowerToMario is only going to have Meyer left after this, except for Left Side Swamp. So Fire Rod's on Left Side Swamp, and PTM goes to Meyer after this play. Which he's not even going... He's not even going to Laser Bridge. Yeah, this is... Oh, boy.
Okay. For science.
That's a choice. That is definitely a choice. Because that's not even a mirror portal you can use. Two items in Misery Mire, 1 item behind Misery Mire in the pedestal pole, and 2 items of PowerToMario left on the left side of Swamp. What gives here?
Do we really only have... And there are two... There are 2, tablets that we can't read yet. There are a grand total of 7 locations left for this. Fire Rod. Sean is about to get the absolutely terrible news.
That it's just been here the whole time? I mean, I turn around and go straight to left side in that case.
Is it here? That's a key.
All eyes on the left side of the screen, all eyes on the right side of the screen. Oh boy. I thought going cross-eyed was hard. This is harder.
What's harder, going cross-eyed or playing cross keys?
For me, going cross-eyed, apparently, but for most, playing cross keys is harder. Which, by the way, we have a cross keys tournament coming up on this network of channels, ZeldaSpeedRuns, hosting the, I believe it's the 4th or 5th annual cross keys tournament.
I'd also like to just say, on top of cross keys, there's a cross keys match coming up on Saturday for this tournament.
6th annual. Thank you, VXR, our restreamer today.
I was hoping you'd be in it, MindDM. I know you love entrance.
It's okay, MindDM. You and I can literally just call races all the time. One item in Meyer is the bombs. Sean gets the hook shot, and he's completely in circles there for a second. And he drops down, and he's going straight to the back.
I mean, it's kind of the meta play to skip.
Okay, fine. He's probably thinking, it's just in Hookshot Cave. I'm screwed. I'm like, you're not screwed. Come back in. It could just be here.
I mean, he's running out of checks otherwise. He needs it. I think he has to do left side in this situation. But
Yeah, because he doesn't know where Quake is. It's 2 items versus 3. It's a slow 2 versus a quick 3, but the mountain climb's not fast either.
And it's a quick 3 that makes the slow 2 even slower.
Another key in Misery Mire. And this is a 3rd key in Misery Mire. We have 1 item on Vitreous. No?
We have a 50-50.
He didn't do cutscene.
Because why do cutscene? It's slow.
Oh, I hate this. Oh, I don't feel like doing this. It's slow mentality. You gotta read the tea leaves, man.
I mean, the tea leaves are saying the seed sucks.
You're not wrong. It's only an hour 15 in, and the seed sucks.
It's an hour 15 in, and we are on the last location train.
Non-stop service to Pain. That is an Argus down for SeanRhapsody.
All right. Sean is behind, but he has a potential to pull himself more behind or pull the winning play. Do you go into left side swamp, SeanRhapsody?
I think he's gotta believe. He goes right
going
back in. It's this or it's Hookshot Cave. Wah. And here comes Vitreous for PowerToMario with 1 check still outstanding in Meyer. And a pedestal pull behind this. We're gonna do gold sword dashes, which is honestly the fastest way to handle this here. And Vitreous goes down and goes boom, and Vitreous has a map.
It's not the item.
And that is our 3rd pendant, however. Do you go back in?
I don't know. I mean, what's left? Pedestal?
Pedestal, cutscene.
Left side swamp.
Ice Palace, Ice Tea.
Palace, Ice Tea. He's out.
Laser
He's
Bridge.
leaving.
He's leaving. This is an aggressive call to read the pedestal, or to pull the pedestal, rather, because you can't read it. It could just be book on pedestal. Okay, so that is what chat was thinking. He might be thinking it's got to be Ped or he's cooked. If it's Ped, then we have PowerToMario in the driver's seat. If it's not Ped, then it's left somewhere, or Sean's about to find it.
It's either this check or it's in cutscene. But the progression is left side swamp versus Ped versus cutscene chest, and we find out what gamble pays off.
And that, my friends, is Rando. And today the Rando says it's not pedestal. PowerToMario in shambles. SeanRhapsody on left side of swamp. Is it one of these two?
It's
not this one.
PTM.
And PTM still has iced tea. So this is probably... It's not Swamp Palace.
It's cutscene chest.
All right, chat, we are in no mode here. Whatever. Well, we're not actually in no mode. That could be book still. This is the seed that keeps on giving. And Sean has to go to the mountain because all he has now is go in and get... Sean is in... He's railroaded. He can't miss. Whatever's in cutscene, he can't not get it.
He could make the exact gamble PTM did and go for
but you can't do that. That costs so much time. But that costs so much time.
50 play. And I do not think it's a good 50-50 play.
No. You can't do that. You literally that making the wrong call there is considered a throw. You have to play conservative here. You can't skip your last checks for progression. Oh my god. What did we just roll into here? And PowerToMario still has Laser Bridge, mind you, chat.
I don't think PTM can gamble.
He has a number of bad locations.
He probably does this into Iced Tea before cutscene.
Definitely.
At the very least.
Definitely, for sure. Like, this is 100% left side swamp into cutscene. Sean's probably thinking, really? He's going to get this piece of heart. That's arrows, actually. He's going to save and quit immediately, and he knows what he has to do.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of other Hey, he'll be able to kill Lamo while he's over here.
Yes, that helps, because Lamo's not a fast dive, but it's not like a very long dive. That Stalfos just decided to stay right in the way.
So Rube, we can see these runners' feeds, and I kind of wish we had a face cam on anybody.
I know, neither of these players play with a camera on them, and it's just... Oh, that look of Freddy on the right side looks more apt than ever right now for Sean's overlay.
For those who won't know what we're talking about, go take a quick peek at Sean's personal stream. He's got pictures of his dog, and he's adorable. Please, just do cutscene chests. The worst part is we have a Godmire.
Yes, that would mean maybe Sean just goes straight to Vidya and then comes back in? Because that wouldn't be the worst thing.
Alright, PTM, where now?
He is fluting. He is going back to Meyer. So I think this is lead for PTM. Yeah.
Why would you do this before... You just committed to this skip. Why would you do this before Iced Tea?
I think he feels like he has nothing else left to lose, because if you don't firmly believe in the... Sean is going to go ahead and go straight to Viddy. I get it.
I get it. I get it.
I think if you're Sean, you come back in and you clear, because you have one key left for left side.
And you're going to have no items out of here. This just feels bad.
Oh, this whole...
This scene feels bad.
Scene just feels... It's bad to watch. I can only imagine how they feel playing it. Getting to Viddy is like going to Helma. Slow. Right, which is why you do it when you're the closest to going to it. Because if it's not any of the other checks, you come back in and you just go.
I mean, the problem is getting back into Meyer through Meyer 2 is also slow.
And just a reminder to anyone who's just coming in late or hasn't the slightest clue of what's going on here, this is a Week 3 group race for tiebreaker purposes in Division 4 of the Survivors of Hyrule 2024. 3 players participating in this race. 2 of which are the last player on their teams. You're looking at them right now. PowerToMario for Team 75% Pet Aggro. SeanRhapsody for Team HM0 ? It's a secret to everyone. werfjig is also playing in this very same race. He's just not on Restream. Only the top 2 players advance to the final round of the Rumble, because there's not going to be enough players left for multiple teams out of this division for this round. The Fire Rod is right here. That is go mode for PowerToMario at 1:23:10. Sean has to go back in. Or else he's having to come back anyway.
He has to go back in at this point. I think
Right.
he knows he has to go back in at this point.
I mean, he's not going to bank on Pedestal right now when he hasn't found any items in Mire. He's leaving.
He's making us eat our words.
When he's doing exactly what PTM did, and he's banking on Pedestal, which is, we know, is not the right call.
I disagree with going for this ped instead of looking for the 2 items. Because, I mean, a last location ped is a last location ped.
I don't know. I don't think I like going to Pedestal before getting any items out of my last pendant dungeon. Even if the item in question's in the worst possible spot in that dungeon.
Well, at least now he knows he has to do Mire.
Yep, because he has literally nothing left. Oh, this is a hard pill to swallow, this whole game. That was a beautiful moth by PowerToMario.
It really was. I unfortunately think that unless werfjig is behind these 2, I think Sean is toast.
Yeah, Sean basically hard last locating this fire rod. I mean, it depends on what he decides to do here, right?
It's not basically hard last locating this fire rod.
I mean,
because regardless, it will be the last item. This is bombs up here.
Oh. Yeah, and then he's going to the... Yep. I get it. I really do. You want to make all the checks possible beforehand. The problem here is this is a dungeon item. And the other 2 checks to the right side are keys. He's just going to go to cutscene. No, he's going...
Oh, he's going around because the fire stink was on him?
You can still time a DSE behind the fire stake, but, you know...
PTM is probably going to do what we know is an unrequired fire rod room in...
Yeah, he's going to assume that he needs a key, and we're going to get... have we seen the map or the compass, and then 1 non-dungeon item, probably a piece of heart? Could be the book, even.
It could be both. It could be both items and the compass is on the boss.
We've already seen one of the dungeon items on Laser Bridge.
I think it could be both of the other items, and the compass is on the boss.
Oh. That's what you're saying. Got it.
But yeah, PTM does have to do this room, because in his head, this is still an option for small key, because he did not push on.
It's the... Imagine hovering the Quake Medallion, getting the fire rod, and getting the book before the hook shot. There's no way you'd logically suss that as being anything different than... Then you'd probably go to Ice-T first.
I mean, if you hovered the Quake Medallion and pulled the fire rod, you would probably know that's either a hook shot in here or in Swamp Palace. And I don't know which is worse.
And there is the fire rod for Sean. Hopefully he remembers that he needs to fight Lanmo before he leaves. He does.
He's walking out, so he does.
It's like being in Go mode in SMZ3, accidentally not going to Phantoon.
You can say my name, you know.
I was actually thinking of someone else, and you'd be surprised if I told you who. I don't want to put him on blast. All right, so well, we've seen everything that needs to be seen except for the Ganon's Tower Big Key Hunt. It's plain as day. What's going on here? PowerToMario with a landslide lead.
I mean, that's what happens when one player doesn't hard last locate.
And the other player gambles his way out of checks that would have otherwise been available, but not making those checks saved him time.
Well, I was saying, this is what happens when one player doesn't hard last locate the go mode item, but the entire progression chain, actually. Because Sean hard last locates Hookshot.
Then hard last locates the Fire Rod.
And I mean, hard last locates Quake, but, you know, it's not like there was a lot else it could be.
I mean, at that point, it was either Quake or Fire Rod, right? Or Book, but we knew where Book was. As soon as everything else fell into our lap, it was either GT or front of TR, and it was, you know, front of TR. Book couldn't lead to anything at this point anyway.
Alright, now remember you have to do Skull, please, Sean.
Oh, he knows.
Can we get red mail on Trinix just to finish this out?
No, it's going to be in GT. Because of course it is.
In the big chest?
Ew, don't say that. No, we're never getting it.
You're right, we wouldn't be. But you mean people wouldn't go get the vanilla armor upgrade when their GT big key is in tile room? Please don't be in tile room.
Yeah, we've called enough bad locations. Please put those words back in your mouth. It's your best Rick impression. He actually did that once. Okay. Well, there goes Trinix.
So 7 crystals on PTM side.
We have a game we like to play.
We do.
Who's that Pokemon? Oh wait, wrong stream.
Who's that Pokemon? It's the GT Big Key. But where is it?
If you put the GT Big Key on there, would you just put Klefki's Klefki's cry behind it?
Yeah.
PowerToMario making his way over to the final dungeon of the game. The Ganon's Tower climb waits us, but before we can climb up the tower, we have to locate the key that opens the door.
Okay. Because we're on the commentary, I'm not going to let us do a number. What single individual check do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be Rando Room, top left.
Compass Room, top left.
So, Compass Room, Compass Chest.
Yeah.
Ew. At least mine's 20 rupees or 10 euros or something.
Moth down for SeanRhapsody.
We have the Stalfos room first for PowerToMario, which he's doing bottom right to bottom left. Map, extra key, 20 rupees. That means he's going left.
He's going left side rush.
The old rando rush, we like to call it. Sean making his way back to Turtle Rock. He's just doing casual boots is like one of the faster seeds that you can play in this randomizer, and you get a time like a. You're at GT at 130 something, and that feels slow. How do you think Sean feels? He's going back to his 7th crystal at 133.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See if VXR's 9 works out.
I mean, it could. Depending on what order, it could be my check, too.
If PTM orders us normally, it would be the check you just said too.
Yeah, I define normal. We just saw what he did in.
That's
oh my
not normal.
God.
Those are boots.
Well, he's mirroring out of here. Nope, nothing here. Oh, he's going straight out. Why would you do that? And as you see in the chat, friends, werfjig is done off stream with a time of 1:33:24. So it's the finisher.
Chat for werfjig, would you?
Yeah, throw some GGs up there. We don't see his stream, but he is done. That means his team has locked in for the week 4 of the Rumble. Him and Flip Heel will both represent that team. And now it's one of these two. Either PowerToMario or SeanRhapsody. One goes in, the other goes home.
And worth noting, PTM is in the driver's seat right now.
He's not just in the driver's seat. He's
in the express lane.
He is on a rocket ship to Ganon. Once he finds this big key. Which is, that is...
Compass room. That's a compass room sign.
That is a compass room sign, but it could also mean tile room if there's a key in compass room. I think. He is the driver's seat? Or it's just right here. Nope, it's not right here. Okay. If he's the driver's seat, who's the driver?
werfjig.
Oh.
I mean, look at that finish time. Compare. Fair?
I wasn't sure what to expect there. It's the wrong cane.
It's the post-hour 30 Kazboots confusion.
At least it's the cane and not like the accidental mirror. There's the big key in compass room.
Left.
Oh.
I said top left.
And that's it. Up the tower and a sizable lead for PowerToMario.
Yeah.
Sean slowly caught up a little bit, but that's because the only way
Sean
that Sean
would go straight right and then out. He would need PTM to executionally mess up here.
And I don't think that's going to happen. PTM is a very strong player. Sean is also a very strong player, but they're both strong and consistent enough to not make a mistake at this late game with this kind of gear. From 14 hearts, blue mail with silvers and gold sword, and I believe we still have bottles in the pocket. There's no way either of these players mess up now. This is all just routine.
The only thing PTM has in bottles is a green potion. That was an interesting damage boost back to the corner. PTM is going to be careful with magic for a minute, but... Alright, let's see if Sean even has a remote part of a chance by going full right, or if he's going to start left side. Because if he goes full right, it's at least close. Really good silver land modes today from PTM. Both of them are very clean.
Silver land mode is actually pretty easy to script up to. Get a key,
but it was still clean.
And you go to compass room. Okay, Sean is going to make up a little bit of time, but he's still an entire climb behind right now.
Please do not do a tile room.
No, who do you think he is? Again, not putting players on blast.
I just had to say it. Please don't. He missed the torch.
He did not miss the torch. Or maybe he did miss the torch. I've seen a strat where he does that on purpose to make sure he gets the magic refill on his way down.
But
I've actually adopted that at times too. Yeah, and like I said, regardless of how fast he gets this key, he's still an entire climb.
And he has to go down and get a key still. Do not climb, do not mirror without this key shot.
And if you do it accidentally, it'd be disastrous. I mean, you can still grab the key from left side. In fact, I would almost argue the left side key's not actually faster here. Never mind.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah? Alright, this is it. PowerToMario has one final boss to take on before he meets up with Ganon. And it's the troll boss.
Trolldorm.
He's stood in... Oh. Oh. Trolldorm being troll, but not troll enough.
Come on, not even opening the last check for us, PTM. He probably feels like Sean could finish any minute now. Little does he know, he's got to climb, and he's a climb ahead of Sean.
They both have to feel this right now. PTM's doing what I do. I'll just spin in circles waiting for Aga to get going. Aga moving on here. That's a really nice... Oh, now they're not good. If you know how to do math, that's a 2-2-2, so... Sean with the B strats and Gauntlet! The B strats!
Not the bees!
Oh no.
Alright, and it's back crash time.
And 3 good silvers from Sean, too. Here's Ganon.
So do you want to go to the show, Roof? I think we've gotten to watch the show. What do you think?
This has definitely been a show. There have been theatrics, there's been drama, there's been excitement.
There's been heartbreak.
Oh, come on, game.
And yeah, PTM is on the finishing. PTM is on the home stretch here, just has to let Ganon finish warping 7,000 times.
And then he gets to put 4 silver holes in the big pig's chest, and that will be all she wrote.
Put 4 silvers in, not 4 slivers. Your teammate will not kill Ganon for you.
He could, for all you know.
I mean, he probably could. He's a pretty good NMT runner.
Going for the 1-2-1, and that will do it.
That will lock down PTM as surviving this rumble, and unfortunately for us, it does eliminate our team.
Oh no, it does. You know what that means, though, Leaf?
We can play cross keys.
We can play more cross keys. Let's get some GGs out there for PowerToMario. You'll see his finish time hitting the chat just there, 1:41:15. Punching their ticket to week 4 of the Rumble, and Sean says, "No mas, please. I've had enough."
Can you blame him?
No.
Can you really blame him? For
no, this. I mean, this.
We'll see who's willing to join us for an interview.
Yeah, and Sean's going to take this one kind of hard, I think, because that's a tough one to swallow. That seed is rough in all different quarters here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the vanilla hookshot has never felt good. Not even once.
Not even just vanilla hookshot. We are joined in the voice call by one PowerToMario, the winner here on Restream, second place finisher in this race, which means his team is moving on, and we get to watch that unfold here as Rumble continues into week 4 in our division. GG PTM.
GG PTM.
I thought for sure that you would have followed through to Laser Bridge. And you made me cock an eyebrow at you like you are a crazy man.
I forgot that I could go back there.
You did not. Shut up. Don't you say that.
I forgot that the Crystal Roller Room could have had a small key to lead back. Oh, cutscene chess, man.
This whole
I had just
seed
done that shit. The skips weren't working.
I know.
Oh, don't worry.
You
Sean
both
made safe
skipped iced
skips.
tea. You both skipped iced tea. You both skipped left side. You
Good.
skipped laser bridge, but he didn't. He went all the way down. He got the 4th key on laser bridge. You're like, watch it just be here. Watch the book be here. Watch something be here. It just lets us down. And you're finding a vanilla hookshot. And it's like, what is this seed? What is
Complete
this
total
seed
garbage.
exactly?
That's what the seed is.
You also both went to pedestal before cleaning up the rest of Meyer. Like, Sean had no items out of Meyer, and he still went to pedestal.
So Sean and I kind of did the same plays in that regard, I suppose.
A little bit.
Which kind of worked out.
He did left side first.
He did left side,
He did left side swamp. He went to left side before leaving, because at that point, the hookshot was his last location. And then the Quake Medallion was his last location. And then he gets no items out of Meyer, and both items are left side of Meyer, so then the Fire Rod's his last location.
Yeah.
So
When I grabbed pedestal, I checked the race room and saw nobody was done yet. And I'm like, no way, man. So as I was playing, I'm telling myself, survive for the team, right? Keep playing until it's over. Keep playing until you're done with the seed. And I was thinking, well, if it's not Fire Rod, then what item could possibly hang up somebody else in the seed? Because I feel like I routed efficiently in Overworld. So I guess Quake Medallion was a stumbling block then.
getting that book in the front of TR is just silly.
That's silly too.
And you did that because you
was...
didn't know where your key to go deeper into TR could have been, so you had to make those checks. So we got to see basically everything.
I'd like to actually ask you on that real quick about PTM.
Yeah.
You thought that you couldn't continue through to Crystal Roller, past Crystal Roller.
Yeah, because
So
Fire Rod locked, I thought was
didn't
small key.
pull a key there.
Well, wait, I had to have pulled a key there because you need a key to get to. Yeah, there was a key in the roller room because you have to have a key to get to the door. So
100% had to be a key there.
But I was convinced in my mind that Fire Rod Lock side had a small key, and that I couldn't progress, so that's why I left. Yeah. Werfjig did far less stupid things than I did, which is
I did have
GG's to him.
Werfjig up slightly on the side just because of trying to keep track of where things were.
Werfjig in chat also says rough seed, so even though he's put down a 130 sometime, 134-ish, it's still slow for casual boots. Think about it.
Ruby, the pin message has been in our chat this entire time, and I just know it's a misspelled.
Yeah, I don't know if Werfjig ended up doing...
Where's Vig? Oh, no.
I don't know if he ended up doing Compass Chest or Compass Room first in the GT routing or not. That could have definitely made a difference, or he might have just ended up clearing Meyer first visit. I don't know. Yucky seed. I hate it. I love this game, but I thought of Uzara when I saw the flooded treasure single arrow at the beginning of the game.
Yes, my legacy's finally cemented itself. I am worth 1 arrow, everybody.
I did enjoy it. So, you'll appreciate the fact that it's Ruvian commentary, PTM, which means you know that somebody somewhere calls something out that's coming up.
Yeah.
That's how we were. I called your lamp out.
Right after I called in the order map compass on right side of pod. I called vanilla hookshot. I wish I hadn't.
I wish we didn't.
If that was a pendant swamp, I would have gotten that hookshot sooner.
Oh, yeah, I thought for sure that the way Sean was routing the mountain, that he wasn't going to Hera, that he wasn't going to TR, then he ended up doing both. I got so confused. And then, everything comes up empty. It's just, go to Swamp, get your hook shot. Go to Meyer, get your Fire Rod.
Yeah. Worth confirming the DM stress for their
DM.
GT route.
Yeah, that probably is a couple minutes.
Also, did cutscene before Vitreous, I know.
Cool. Good job. That means didn't pull pet. more than
and also
likely.
didn't go back for Left Side Swamp. That's result 2.
Yeah. I think
GG's,
I think
you kept your team alive.
Yeah, I'm happy that happened. I had to really tell myself at the end there, you gotta keep playing, because 75% pet aggro's got to make it. So
you have a that you personally took down 2 of my team.
Let's be honest.
Sorry.
I took myself down. I don't play open, and swordless sucks. So I.
No, because PTM did make the absolute galaxy brain call do Smith chain before anything else.
It was the logical thing to do, and I skipped it. I took myself out of that race.
Misses are with logic. He plays with his gut. He goes with his gut.
Listen, I played an async cross key seed where paying attention to logic actually got me ahead of most of the people. So I mean, some of you know which async I'm talking about. Keep your mouth shut because the asyncs are still open.
Well, I gotta go to bed because the seed rapidly made me tired.
Understandably.
But thank you too for commentating. Who was tracking today? Was it Arya?
Arya.
It was Arya, and Arya's doing all kinds of tracking duty across the ZSR network for these Survivors of Hyrule races. So give them a round of applause too.
Hey, speaking of the Survivors of Hyrule races, when's the next one on that we're going to broadcast?
Well, quick look at the schedule here. We have a game tomorrow between Flipheel, Matcap, and Durdash. That happens at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Division.
Oh yeah, and that is in Fluke Keys, where the top 2 get in. No matter what happened here, PTM saved his team, werfjig saved his team, and now Flipheel doesn't even have to win for that team to go on next week.
I think they'd like Flipheel to win.
Well, I think Flipheel would like Flipheel to win.
I think Flipheel would like Flipheel to win.
Yeah, that is in Flute Keys. That's inverted key sanity with the pre-activated flute. That will be on Zelda Speedruns tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got some voices here for you, too. We got Star Indrasi will be bringing you that game with Daruk on tracking. I think for the rest, we should let VXR take us home, unless there's anything else.
I think VXR, I think we're ready for you.
All right. Give our runners a follow. Like some chats. Thank you to Leaf and Ruby for commentary and to Arya for tracking. Yeah, that'll be it for us. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you later.